is not a city manager in Boca, which is very large. And so transferring from city manager in Orange City, which has fewer residents than we do, it has more commercial than we do, it is smaller than we are, I agree, but her skills were translatable in a much larger environment at a senior level. And so I don't hold that against her in my analysis. I was happy to see that we did have, just as you were happy to see another minority, I was happy to see that we had a candidate with local roots. The brief voluntary things that came my way, which were commendations of her performance in Orange City, I would like to see her remain on the candidate list for that reason. I am thinking now, because we have a very varied slate. Did you want one more comment?
Go ahead,
Council. Because we have a very varied slate, I would propose this and see if you would be willing to consider this. Would you like to do a series of motions on individual candidates to be added to the list, and then we could decide if we have 4 or 5 or whatever it is? Would that be an acceptable process to create the list?
Well, if I might, my concern is if we go back to this list and talk to these candidates and they're no longer willing, where do we go from there? If we lose 3 or 2 or even 1, what process do we have to increase our list to have the 4 or 5 again? If they've been compromised to the extent that the company said they are, I really want to have an option to go further than just having ended up with 2. I'm not sure how to handle
Council?
that.
Mayor, Council, it sounds like you've got some support for multiple candidates beyond the 4 or 5. There's nothing that restricts you to listing 5 as your smaller slate tonight. If you want 6 or 7, you can do that, which would give you a bigger pool and accommodate the potential that some may drop out.